If I gotta do that, I'll beat you blue back and still get you blue at till your shit get blue back. That's on the gang and you already knew that. That's on the gang and you already knew that. So don't make me do that. I'm in a dark space, they like who that? I come from a dark place, but you knew that. I face a dark fate, quiet down, you hear a heartbreak.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to JJK D&D side story. I believe this will be number 5, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, number 5. This is the Obi side story. This will be, again, like the previous episode, within a 2 month time span of them on their little main training arcs, as we cut over to Obi somewhere in coming into this good old classroom. It is on the map, right? Yeah, it is. Coming into this good old classroom, put your token down somewhere, of him being with Shao Tucker, Khalifa, and Kale. Alright. So as Obi walks in, Shao talking to Kale and Khalifa about things like, Obi. Yeah. Yeah, up and about. Obi, I must ask, how are things coming along while being over here at Sendai?
It's an adjustment, honestly. I left things pretty weird back at Tokyo High, so but I'm excited to learn and through your teachings and good friends, Kale and Khalifa, I am excited.
As Chow's like, well, I did hear things that did transpire. I see. What's up forward? Whoa, there you go. That was not perfect. There we go. Boom. As he walks up forward, hand on shoulder, he's like, I did hear things that did transpire, Obi, and I must say, I proud that you stood up to the girls. As someone who has a few run-ins with Gojo clan members, I do understand that they are very cocky individuals, and as they do come across as the higher beings on the scales, at least the girls have someone to be able to protect them. So I'm very appreciative of you.
Yes, yes. Always. You um you all have showed me nothing but kindness. Um, don't really know, or I can't really blame the uh Kazumi. Is that right?
Kazumi.
Kazumi. Kazumi. Can't really blame Kazumi. Gojo members or the Gojo clan has been fighting her spirit for years, and so I know I am a bit of a abnormal um chance of being a classmate, but hopefully the one day that will change. But I will never let anything happen to um my good friends. I do feel a little ill-minded or at not at ease. I did leave one friend behind, and we'll have to kind of repair what I've done back when I return.
Well,
Also much.
it's okay, buddy. Yeah, as long as you understand that not everybody's going to accept you for who you are, but as long as you have those that do understand you and are willing to put their life on the line for you, I think that's all that matters. As Kale and Khalifa give a thumbs up, smiley face. Okay. As it's like, Obi, before I forget, runs to the little table, podium, grabs something, runs back. Here, take these. As you see them, Obi, they're kind of like little pellets, kind of like little pills and whatnot.
Take write that down. What are these, Professor?
Yes. So, as someone who has been studying cursed spirits for quite some time, I've started to notice a couple of changes in regards to your body. Not anything too crazy, but at least wanted to make sure that everything is properly regulated. So I did develop. By while you were here, I did develop these cursed spirit medications. Roughly, they should stop any abnormal progressions to where people may view you as more of a threat. Kind of just regulate out your body just a little bit more, until we get a better understanding of what's to come. You are the very first cursed spirit I ever seen work with humans, so it'd be good to be on the safe side than having to wait later and it going left, wouldn't it?
Yes, yes, yes. Very true, Professor. I thank you. I appreciate these. Um, Prince, how many pellets is it?
It's about four.
About four. Okay, I bet. Um, has uh four pellet. Um, that regulate body changes. I say.
Indeed.
Alrighty, coolio.
So,
And
yeah. So as he grabs a notebook, he's like, "So these are the things that I've been, taking into account when it comes to you, Obi. So you being a good old cursed spirit that uh uh uh, uh that fights mainly cursed spirits and whatnot, you are on the side of humanity, which I think is a good thing.
yes, yes. I wouldn't want it any other way.
And also, I noticed that your curse technique in regards to things is makes your skin kind of the equivalent of iron, which not a bad thing, but it also seems like you can do different properties with it.
Yes, yes. I've been at times in my room. I've been experimenting or testing out, kind of understanding my innate ability. Um, and I hopefully will be able to explore more in my time here with your help.
All right. So I've also noticed something here that you're not very that when it comes to your whole regeneration aspect, you're not the most advanced with it. So it leads me to the question. So after doing a bit of research that I did have accumulated, how is your curse energy flow? Do you think it's on a normal standing base, or it kind of goes out of whack here and there?
Well, based on what I understand it, my curse energy pool. I know. You know. Well, let me say. Based on what I understand it, I have this raw, immense pool of curse energy, but to kind of have it flow has been a struggle. But it's been slowly improving over time to like pull one or control where I want my curse energy to focus on. I've been seems like I've been having more of a struggle with it more than my Tokyo classmates since it's such special grade or they pull out but they don't really focus based on my understanding.
Okay, as Shao zip zaps and zooms all around you, looking up and down. Well, Obi, in order for you to be prepared for the Goodwill event, I do need to make sure that we push you to the proper limit. So what you will have to achieve is learning how to regenerate on an advanced level. You can't be out here just doing the basics when there's higher tiers to it. Plus, you never know when certain situations could come about to where that could be vastly important, don't you think, girls? As both of them like, yeah, especially when you have to go against if you ever have to fight that Gojo clan member. Oh, I hate him with a passion. As Kale's like, Khalifa, I thought we've been over this. You gotta let grudges go. No, he called me out my name. I can't let that go.
Hopefully I hopefully it won't come to that, but if it does, I will want to be ready.
This, I hate this man with a passion. If I knew how to disable chat, I would. As sounds like, well, no problem. Obi has. We're gonna get the good old started today. As he grabs you, Kale, Khalifa, and whatnot. As we head over to a stage transition. Boom. As boom, go over to the outside of Sendai, little training ground and whatnot. He's like, so Khalifa, if you don't mind, Kale off to the side, if you could do a little 1-2 on Obi. I want to see how well his regeneration works. And she, gets into a ball stance, whatnot. She's like, okay. Obi, now don't hate me if I hit you too hard. It's all for training and it's all to make you stronger. I'd rather see you at the top than them classmates of yours who don't know the meaning of respecting women.
Goes back to Obi kind of, in anime, he's like a little flashback. He looks at Habibi.
Hi,
Right, I keep getting Haib. I keep flash at Haib's face, smiling, then goes away. Yeah, yeah, of course. Yeah.
as uh as
Habibi is crazy. I ain't gonna lie. It is. I keep getting this man name wrong. Haib. Okay. Okay, cool.
as she runs in towards you, Obi, and does a good little 1-2 on you. Curse energy infused strikes. You feel me? You feel them, but it's not like painful whatsoever. But it's like it feels like some thumps. You feel me? As she backs up, she's like, "Oh wait, Obi, did you get more bulk here? Cause last time you know I was able to send you flying with something like that. This time it's like punching into steel. Doo.
Yes, my Oh damn. That was the final thing. Yes, my body did go through. I woke up and my body is kind of went through a little bit of a increase in size, and I guess I show her my back, and it's like I guess it's starting like the little spikes in the new pic that I showed you. It's like, yeah, and my back is like it kind of has this different texture. Um, I don't really understand what is going on, but it seems that my body is going through a little change, or maybe it's more adaptation to my innate technique. It's more of my body's kind of growing into uh kind of biology. Look, oh my god, biology. I can't say it. Why can I not say it? My biological change. There, I said it. Oh Lord,
Okay.
we can cut that. We can cut that part out, right? We can cut that.
As she's like, okay. As Shaw's like, all right. So you see him writing in his notepad. Well, he's going through a very different amount of changes. Hmm. Interesting. As Kale rushes back in, right? And as she does rush back in, Obi, she goes in for the swings, but as she lands the two punches, she grabs your arm, and with enough strength, she accidentally, boom, tears it off. As she holding one of your arms, she's like, oh, um, we can put this back, right? Right, Teach? As the Shallow's face just looks shocked and surprised. Um, well, I think this would be a good little learning lesson in Obi, the whole regeneration thing that you do. Um, okay. Um, think of a steady flow, but back to where your arm is, and let's see what happens.
Okay.
So as Obi, as you concentrate on what Shao says, you start to flow curse energy back into the spot that was obviously ripped off. As it was obviously ripped off, your nub that's there, slowly starts to extend forward as you are regenerating back the essential part that was torn off by Khalifa, obviously, as Kale had passed out due to the circumstances of seeing the arm get ripped off.
Oh. Um. Okay. I could try. Um. As you see, my phone. My mom takes it. As you see, kind of Obi like stand there, and the energy starts to like seep out, like the crimson curse energy starts to seep out, but it's like he's trying to slowly focus it towards the arm where it got um his arm got ripped off. Um, slowly, and do you do you want me to? Added it to my sheet, but I put not yet on it.
No, you don't have to roll it. We're just gonna play it out.
Okay, bet. So I'm focusing the energy, or trying to focus the energy more and more to the arm, and yeah.
So as you put more curse energy into your arm, you notice Obi that boom, your arm fully regenerates back. As Shao gets up, notebook in hand. Yes, Obi, that's it. As it rushes over to you, does his quick zoop around examination and whatnot. My God, you, you were able to regenerate back your limbs. As Cleve was like, so what do I do with this one? Kale still passed out over there. As Child's like, Khalifa, throw the thing away. Oh, okay. As she throws it away, it lands on top of Kale. So as she wakes up, she sees the arm landed and passes it right back out.
Oh, oh, oh. Like, Obi holds out his arm and then just kind of brings it back. Is she gonna be all right?
Yeah, she'll be fine. She always does that when it's too much overwhelming.
Oh, well, I see. Well, okay. Well, okay. Well, I did it
Hmm.
finally.
As Child's like, yep, you indeed did. Obi, look at you. You have advancing. Hand on shoulder again. No, Obi. This reminds you of the time to where I used to teach my son how to ride a bike. This is His tears start to flow down his eyes. This is a wonderful moment. As Cleve's like,
Yes.
oh Lord, here goes again with the sun stories.
Hey, as I put my arm on his shoulder, I appreciate it. This is something that I've been trying to work for a while. Being the only curse spirit that doesn't really have the regeneration ability off the bat. This is exciting.
Oh, you're making good progress, son. And honestly, Obi, I couldn't be more proud to see these moments. If you keep it up, you may be able to be the top of your class. You ever thought about that? Being the one everybody has to look up to compared to them looking down on you.
As Obi kind of looks down, kind of looks to the side. I never thought of that. Honestly, it was never really a big um goal of mine. But honestly, it makes sense. If I'm going to protect humanity and eradicate threats to such, I guess I will have to be the strongest.
As he says, well, you got to think positively, son. You can't let others belittle you the way that they do. It's understandable that you are a cursed spirit at the end of the day, but if we are being surreal, you have to be able to stand on your own. You have to be able to surpass those around you. You have to reach for the top, Obi. Now you gotta think about it like this. You may be in regards to a class of strong named individuals, but at the end of the day, they are just a name. That's not exactly who they are as individuals. So, if anything, you have to prove them wrong. Prove that you're not the lesser being that they are. Respectfully, of course.
Right. All true. All very true.
Now, Obi, tell me what's your goal here outside of protecting humanity from cursed spheres? Like, what are you willing to achieve?
Full control over my innate technique.
Well, that comes with years of experience, and you'll get there as you do continue to get in forms of combat and things like that. But I guess I should ask what a smaller goal is. What do you want to achieve off the Goodwill event?
I want to show, I mean, it would be impossible or less than likely that I can convince that there are, I know my creation was one in a billion, and I can't really convince the the Jujutsu Sorcerer Society that they're not all bad cursed spirits. But for me, I want to show that at least I am fighting for humanity, and I'm not a threat.
As Shao starts to cry again, takes off his glasses, wipe his face. It's like he's like that's an amazing one. As Cleve was like, oh look at you, big buddy, trying to be humanity's greatest asset. You know, now the others in the class could learn a little bit from you. As Kale wakes up, huh? Oh, did I pass out again? You did. As she walks over, he's like, "Hey Obi, I just wanted to say I appreciate you for being here. It's kind of like having a big brother who's not necessarily human, but kind of fits the mold, right, Khalifa?" And she's like, "Yeah, he's all right. I mean, he technically be like our younger brother, but he's okay." As he punched you in the chest.
As I, you can't really see it, but Obi behind his mask smiles. He leans down and gives no, the aggressive one is Khalifa.
Correct.
All right, and yeah, he leans down and uh gives Kale a high five, or puts up his hand for a high five, like one of those yay, like friendship high five.
And she gives you a high five back and whatnot. As Shao proceeds to say, all right. So let's see. As still taking more notes. So Obi, you advance your regeneration. So that is a start to things. But there is much more that we need to do, son. And as there is much more we need to do, we need to prepare you for all aspects, not just the Goodwill event, but for any situation you run into. So, as he sits down on the ground and starts doing random sketches and notes and whatnot, he answers Obi. So, Obi, is there anybody who you feel like is a goal that you're trying to achieve? If you were to get into combat today, or had to show up, not show up, kind of surpass, who would that goal be?
As I am kind of think, as Obi, you see Obi kind of thinking, everybody in the class, there's one person that I will want to surpass.
And who would that be, Obi?
Hmm. I guess my classmates, of course, but at the same time, there's even more stronger people than people in class. So I guess if not surpass, I would want to fight alongside my master.
Mm. And tell me, in regards to your master, tell me a little bit more about him.
He is a very scary and very strong sorcerer. Um, I met him through around the time where I was, I guess, created. Um, he's really the first person who saw the good in me and fought for my survival. Um, he is, I don't know if you ever met him, but his name is Rhoda Shingen.
I
I
see.
believe he's a,
As he writes that down,
un-
he's like, continue on.
um, yeah, he's been kind of protecting or watching over me because I am an abnormal creature. So he made a proposal that he would watch over me, and if I ever proven to be a threat to humanity, then he would be the one to strike me down. But he um was ultimately the person who stood up and saw the potential I am and the kindness and the actual good I bring to humanity. Based on how I understand it, he watched over me while I protected random people in the city I was born in.
Okay. Okay. So he must be a great man then, in your eyes.
Yes, he is a great sorcerer who I inspired to. Never really thought about surpassing, but I would love to fight alongside him and be equal in strength to make the world a safer place.
Well, I do say that is commendable, Obi. And honestly, I think you'll achieve that goal, and you'll do just a great job.
Thank you.
But as we stand now, it seems like there is a lot that you do need to be able to challenge down. And in regards to that, we just can't let you leave here without any further progress. So as the Shao stands up, dusts himself off real quick. He was like, "Let me ask you this, Obi. If you were to try to achieve that power, would would there be any limits that you wouldn't go to achieve strength like that?"
As Obi kind of takes a deep breath, I'll say if it meant peace, I would go the limit. I would go beyond the limit.
You have strong convictions. As Shao walks up, gives you a hug and whatnot. He's like, and those convictions are what makes you special, Obi. Don't forget that. even though a lot of people may disregard your existence or look at you weird or whatnot, as Kale also gives you a hug and things like that, you still have us. And as Khalifa, no, she don't really do the hug thing, but you know, she puts her hand on your shoulder. As they all to say, you're a family to us, Obi. And then just understand that even though we're technically not blood related, we're always going to remain and get closer to each other.
Obi does the whole Disney. He does the whole Disney like I don't know. He's just kind of swept up in the. He just like does that Disney like group hug. Like he kind of just like takes every. Even I don't even know Cleve does like do hugs. He kind of just like all four of his hugs. He kind of scoops everybody up and kind of gives them a nice Disney hug, Disney Channel hug. You know.
As you know, the hug happens as Cleve is like, all right, enough of the family sentimental thing and whatnot. Breaks free from the hug, backs up a bit. He's like, all right, Obi, come on. You start to see her stretch a bit. Me, you got some sparring to do. And as two people who need to spar, I need to be able to put a couple of lumps on a couple of your classmates' foreheads, and you need to be able to surpass them. Because if you're not number one in your class, that means we did something wrong here. As Shao's still hugging you and realizes that he's been hugging too long, so he backs up, embarrassed. As Cleve was like, get into a battle stance, Obi, because I won't hold back this time. As she rushes towards you, screen freezes as the camera pans up and turns to Finn as he